Well, hello again, my name is Jeff and thank you for joining me on my latest restoration from die-cast powder coating. Well, today's a little bit different, so we're going for a little bit of an aviation theme today. So today we have a Dinky Comet aircraft, Comet 1, and the number is 702, and these were produced between 1954 and 1956. As you can see, pretty chipped condition, but we'll see what we can do. Okay, so have our first little look at it. But there's one wheel missing on the rear undercarriage, all the rest seem to be in place. I decided I'm going to paint the whole aircraft silver, and then I'm going to put some decals down the side, and then the roof area will be a creamy white. So the first thing I'm going to do is take off the wheels. The aircraft first flew in 1949 as the prototype, and then in 1952, as you can see here, they were delivered to BOAC. And unfortunately there was several crashes due to metal fatigue and one in a storm, and then eventually after a few years of redesign they came up with the Comet 4. This is a Comet 4B, which went to BEA for the medium haul services, and then BOAC got the Comet 4C with the extra wing tanks. And by the time we finally got that sorted, Boeing had got ahead now with their Boeing 707 and the Caravelle with the French, so we were left behind as normal. So here we are, here's all the wheels now off. They're very dirty, we'll clean those up a little bit later on. And for this model I decided to get the media blaster out, so here we go now. And as normal, this aluminium oxide does seem to clear the paint quite well. As you can see, the gloves are very thick, so it does get in the way. Got the undercarriage stuck into the grille underneath. Once that's done, we can go over with the spinning weld brush and the fake Dremel, just to clear off the dust and impurities in the metalwork. And then finally going over with the spinning Scotch pad, just to give it a bit of an extra shine. Okay, so we can put that into the oven again now for about 10 minutes. That's just the usual baking out the impurities. And then once out of the oven, we can use the acetone to clear off any contaminants still left on the metalwork. Okay, so now for the powder coating. This is actually take one, you'll see why in a moment. I'm using Electrostatic Magic nickel silver. So whilst I'm doing this, I'd just like to thank all my subscribers once again for their continued support. Thank you for any new members that have just joined. Thank you also for your comments. As always, it's very much appreciated. I'd also like to thank Martin Des. He gave me the idea for the Comet. He's got one to do himself, and I didn't really want to step on his toes, but he said no, you go ahead and do it. So thank you, Martin. Okay, into the oven now for the usual 10 minutes at 180 degrees. And now back from the oven. Well, it's come out very nice, quite shiny. Unfortunately, it looks grey, so had to redo it, all stripped back again, and off we go again with high chrome electrostatic magic paint. Now, I haven't gone over the top with this. I didn't want a totally chrome aircraft, but as you can see in a moment, it's come out very well, so I'm quite pleased with the second attempt. And back into the oven again, 10 minutes at 180 degrees. And here we go. I hope you agree that looks a little bit better now. At least it does look silver, but not too shiny as if I fully went over with chrome, but just about right. You can see the gap between the castings. That will be covered with the decals later on. And you can see here now I've masked off the top part of the cabin and painted it with a Mercedes Arctic White, which is slightly off-white, slightly cream, but I hope you agree that looks okay. And here's the decals now. I managed to get this from on eBay. They're very good. It's coming from Clifford's Decal and Model Supplies. And that will go along the side there. Although the nose has to be painted with a blue, I managed to get one from Revel, which apparently I've looked up is the closest to the BOAC blue. So I'm just going over with the cotton bud now, just to wet the sides. And just waiting now for these decals to slip off nicely. And then just gently slide them off. So this is my usual part for messing things up, trying to get them in position. They usually tear, but touch wood, well, lucky enough, this one went well. I'm just going to show you the one side for now. I'm going to let this one dry properly, as I tend to start doing the other side too quickly and then look on the other side and then mess the original decal up. So I'll just show you the one side for now. So a lot of fiddling, it's quite a long strip, and to try and get this one right. Now putting the registration onto the wing. Now this particular aircraft, the Yankee Victor, unfortunately was lost in a thunderstorm near Calcutta in India. Now I don't think Dinky knew this, but I think this is why the model was withdrawn, because in 1960 they started to reproduce this model but with different registration, and that was produced between 1960 and 65 as model number 999. So now I've got to make up a set of wheels. I've one wheel missing, so I decided to use the one of the wheels off of the front undercarriage And so what I've decided to do is use a pop rivet, taking the metal part out, the long bit, which left a hole in there, and gently grinding them down. As you can see, it's just nicely made two wheels, exactly the same size as the originals. And there we go, now all the decals all the way round, and I just need to wait for some paint, which took a little bit longer than expected as usual. And I decided to keep the original pins. They were like a crimp type, so I'm actually just going to put a little bit of glue into the centre of the wheels, just so they can still spin, as the model will just be displayed. And there we go, there's the two rivets which have made up the front wheel, and we've got the full set of 8 at the back for the rear undercarriage. Now this is 3 weeks later. I ordered this paint 3 weeks ago. I've been waiting just to finish off the model, just to do the nose, and I ordered about 3 or 4 days ago some more paint from another company, and would you believe they both turned up the same day. So just finishing off now the blue nose. This was the closest I can get to BOAC blue, and just got to do around the windows as well. So that's it, just about finished. I've just got to put a little bit of chroming in the windows, but other than that, that's about it. She's finished after 3 weeks. So let's have a little look of what she used to look like. Well, very play worn over the years, and a wheel missing. The registration on the wing is obviously long gone, and most of the decals have gone as well. And as I mentioned, I took away the 2 wheels at the front to put onto the rear, one of them, and then I made up a couple of wheels out of a rivet for the front undercarriage. Okay, so let's have a little look of what she looks like now. There we go. Hopefully you think she's back to her normal looks. The Comet was a beautiful looking aircraft of its time, a bit of a pioneer, first passenger jet aircraft. And you can see the decals now have come out quite nicely, and on the tail as well. And as I mentioned, I had to make another couple of wheels for the front undercarriage. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video, and thank you so much for watching. Please take care out there, and I hope to see you again very shortly for the next video. Thank you.